When Fable 5 disappeared overnight, it hit me. We're one announcement away from any AI model we depend on just being gone, including the one I build websites with. So I went looking for a backup and ended up testing OpenAI's Codex, half expecting it to flop. But it genuinely shocked me, enough that it might be my new go-to. So in this video, I'll walk you through building your own site in Codex and getting it live with Hostinger, even if you're a complete beginner. So by the end, you've got a finished site on the internet. Let's get started. Now, before we build anything, here's what you need. Don't worry, it's a short list. First, access to Codex. And here's the great news. If you're already paying for ChatGPT, Codex is bundled into your existing plan. You don't pay anything extra for it. And second, a GitHub account and a Hostinger account for when we go live. If you don't have a GitHub account yet, pause here, go to github.com and make a free account. It takes 2 minutes. And we'll get to Hostinger later in the video. That's it. Let's start the project. If you haven't already, we're going to download the Codex desktop app. You'll find it at chatgpt.com/codex. And then the download button is right in the middle of the page. Click that and install it on your computer. And now we're ready to actually use it. Now, similar to Claude Code or Cowork, Codex also works in folders or projects. So I've created a folder called Demo Website for us to work in. So I'm just going to start a new chat and select that folder. Now for this demo, we're building a website for a landscaping business called The Shortcut. Now here's the part I want you to pay attention to because this is where a lot of people leave Codex's best feature on the table. Normally when I design a website with an AI tool, one of the first things that I do is go find templates I already like online, screenshot them, and hand those screenshots to the AI as a reference and say, make it feel like this. But Codex can do something better. It has a built-in browser. So instead of me hunting for inspiration, I'm going to have Codex go out, search the internet for landscaping websites that are already performing well, and use those as a design reference for our website. And before it builds a single thing, I'm going to put it into plan mode. Plan mode means that Codex tells you how it's going to build the site before it actually builds it. I highly recommend starting every project this way. You'll generally burn through fewer credits and you'll get a better finished result because you catch problems in the written plan before it goes off on the wrong track. So here's my prompt. Watch how specific this is. We'd like to develop a new website for a landscaping business called The Shortcut, and then I tell it to go on the internet and use the browser plugin to find examples of other landscaping websites that are performing well, and then to use those as inspiration for our site. Then I tell it the specific services that we're offering, and I ask it to write the website copy as well. And then I tell it to ask me any questions it needs to before it starts. Now you'll notice that the prompt has some technical things in there. Next.js, ShadCN, Tailwind, and Docker. Don't worry if this means nothing to you. That's just me telling the AI what to build the site with. You don't need to understand that. All you really need to know is that that's going to make it look more modern and professional once it's done. Now I intentionally narrowed the services to only 2, lawn mowing and hedge trimming, so that it doesn't invent a giant fake list of services. Also, the fact that I told it to ask me questions first means I can steer it when it's building to get something I'm happier with at the end. Highly recommend that. All right, so now I'm going to click on the arrow to send off our prompt. Now pay attention to the right-hand side of the screen. This is Codex actually out on the internet looking at a whole bunch of different lawn care websites. This is the information it's going to pull as the reference for our website. And then instead of just charging ahead, it stops and asks me a question. It asks, who should the Shortcut primary target be? So I'm going to say homeowners here. Then it's asking what imagery should the initial site use? So I'm just going to select AI created imagery for now. And the next question is how much site structure should the first version have? So I'm going to select home plus 2 service pages. And the last question it's asking here is what city or service area should the copy and SEO target fall under? So I'm just going to say use placeholders for now. Later on, we can always add the real address and details, and I'll show you how easy that is to do. Now, after a few minutes, here's the plan it comes back with. Notice that it's not just, I'm going to build a website, it tells me exactly what it's going to do. And look, the plan has also pulled in cues, design cues from the real landscaping websites that it found. And it's even written the actual copy, the headline, the service descriptions, and the trust line. Less yard work, more weekends. That's a pretty good headline. It also tells me what it won't do. It won't invent fake reviews, fake pricing, or fake years in business, which is exactly the kind of restraint that you want. All right, so I've read through this, it looks good, so I'm just gonna say implement plan. And now we let it work. Now Codex is setting up the whole project, the pages, the components, the styling, the navigation, the quote form. When I create projects in Claude Code, I upload my own images because Claude doesn't have its own native image generator. But look at this, ChatGPT is first creating the images that are actually going to go on our website. It's not just dropping gray placeholders in. And these images look really nice so far. This is all possible because Codex has direct access to GPT Image 2, which is considered the best image generator model in the world right now. Now this website build takes a while because we asked for a lot. And after working for around 26 minutes, it's finally done. So let me open this up and see what we actually got. Wow, I actually think that looks really, really sharp. Look at the hero section, that dark evergreen, the warm cream, the confident headline that we talked about, less yard work, more weekends. It looks really good. And then we have the trust strip right here. Straightforward quotes, reliable scheduling, a tidy finish. And here's the service section, just what your yard needs, with 2 services that we asked for. And I like the how it works section right here. The 3 steps, tell us about your yard, choose what you need, enjoy the clean finish. I like that. And look at the line it wrote here. The best shortcut is the one that doesn't cut corners. Come on, that's a pretty good line. And the fact that it got it this good on the first try speaks to the quality of the prompt that we gave it at the beginning. Now remember those placeholders that we left in earlier on? Let's fill them out now. So I'm just gonna say, can we now update the phone number to 555-5554 and the area to Austin, Texas? And lastly, can we remove the M dashes from the copy so that it doesn't look like AI wrote the whole thing? Tiny change, but makes a big difference. There we go. Austin, Texas, new numbers added, M dashes look like they're gone. The text reads cleaner already. Now you can keep tweaking things as long as you want. New sections, different colors, animations, whatever you want. But for our purposes, this site is ready. Let's get it on the internet. Okay, now before we can put this live, we need to get it onto GitHub. GitHub is basically cloud storage for code, and it's how Hostinger is going to grab our site in a second. Now the good thing is that all we need to do is just ask Codex to help us push it to GitHub, and I'll show you how to do that now. I'm just going to type in, push the changes to GitHub. All right, and now it's committing everything and pushing it up. And it's done, perfect. Now one more cleanup thing, I'm gonna ask it to make sure that the right files are being ignored. So we're not pushing junk or anything sensitive like API keys, for example. So I'll just give it a follow-up prompt that says, make sure we've got the right git ignore files too and push. And there it is, our entire project on GitHub, organized and ready to deploy. Okay, final step. This is where it actually goes live on the internet. And this is where today's partner, Hostinger, comes in. Their managed hosting makes it really easy to take whatever you've built and put it live. You don't have to worry about servers, security, or keeping it running. Hostinger handles all of that for you. Now they've got 2 plans, the business plan and the cloud plan. The cloud plan gives you more storage, more apps, and priority support, but for most people just getting started, the business plan is plenty. Both come with a free domain name, free email, and generous bandwidth. And unlike usage-based cloud hosting, the price is predictable. You pay a flat rate and no surprise bills if your site suddenly gets a bunch of traffic. I'll link it in the description box below. Now let me walk you through the purchase quickly. Let's say we're going to select the business plan. I click on choose plan, and then you have a bunch of options on the time frame. The longer the time frame you choose, the less expensive the monthly rate is. And you can enter our coupon code right here for an extra 10% off. All right, let me show you how to deploy it. I'm in the H panel right here, which is Hostinger's all-in-one dashboard. So I'm going to click on Add Website, and then I'll select Node.js Web App from the dropdown. Now on the next screen, I'm going to just choose Use Temporary Domain for now. Then I'll select the option to import a Git repository. And I'm just going to connect my GitHub account and pick the demo website repository that Codex generated for us. Here's one of the things I really like about Hostinger. It automatically detects that we're using next.js and pre-fills all the correct build settings for me. So I don't have to configure anything. All we have to do now is just hit deploy. And then Hostinger takes over from here. It's pulling the code from GitHub, installing everything, building the site, and starting it up. And usually this takes about a minute or 2. All right, it's finished. Let's click on the link. And there it is, live on the internet. Anyone in the world right now can go to that URL and see this. And just like that, we've got our live landscaping website, built by Codex, hosted by Hostinger. So let's recap what we just did. We pointed Codex at our empty folder or our project that we created for the website. We started the project in plan mode so that it told us the plan before it built anything. Then we had it use its browser to go and find real top-performing landscaping sites and design inspiration from them. We approved the plan it created and then built the whole thing, pages, components, and its own images baked right in. We pushed the whole thing to GitHub with a quick prompt, Then we connected our repository to Hostinger and it auto-detected everything and deployed the site for us. No coding or design experience required. Honestly, I came into this expecting Claude Code to still be my go-to. I'm not so sure anymore. That's the bigger lesson here, is to not get locked into one tool. Always have multiple tools that you can count on to complete your projects. Fable 5 vanishing was just the wake-up call we all needed. If you build your own version of this, drop it in the comments. I genuinely love to see what you make. If you found this video helpful, then please give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. And if you want to learn more about how to use AI to level up your work and your life, click this next video.